Hey, how's it going guys? ZDEyE here. So today I will be going through this massive unboxing of Elden Ring Premium Collector's Edition. Mind you, I've got a PlayStation 4 version of this since you can actually get a PlayStation 5 version of the Elden Ring for free. This is why I decided to get the PS4 version. Now I want to actually get into it straight away. First, you can already see that inside this massive box we have 3 different components, 3 different boxes basically, with plenty of goodies inside. Inside the first box it is the black stand that indicates of the 5,679 unit count. So by the way, there's a total of 6,000 of these premium collector's editions. Next box, let's take a look at the art of the Elden Ring booklet. It looks very beautiful with plenty of indications of how this how this came into fruition. After we have a nicely packaged images of the art of the Elden Ring with the additional 3 stickers and a large sized wallpaper. Pretty typical thing that you would expect from a collector's edition. We also see here a small card that contains a digital code for the soundtrack of Elden Ring. By the way, it's kind of weird the way they did this, so you can take this whole thing out, yet it doesn't contain anything except this card. Next up, we have a steel case with familiar logos and images. A patch with instructions of how to apply it as well. Finally, we've got a game with 1 disc and a code for extra digital content. Obviously, I'm not going to show you the code. This is why you're not seeing the side of the case. I wanted to mention this as well, that all of this actually is contained inside this beautiful box that has a magnetized opening, but let's put it away and take a look what there is underneath that. Now, we've got the collector's edition box that contains a statue itself. So when you open it, it reveals a statue of Melina, Blade of Michaela. So the statue looks very beautiful and colorful. A very nice attention to the details in front and also the back. By the way, you can also see that the long blade, it is indeed removable and easily attachable. I love the way you can actually use this box as well with the statue to have a very cool background. It's like usually the collector's edition boxes, all you do really is just put those boxes away or even throw them away. Oh, here's how tall it is as well while comparing to a PlayStation 4's game case. Now, let's get into the biggest thing of them all within this premium collector's edition, and it is obviously the helmet. First, when you open the box, you see a certificate of authenticity with quantity amount. I personally really like this to have a kind of a document to have a bit of proof. Okay, so inside this box we have on the sides are these sorts of side wings for the helmet itself. Now you will require to be putting them by yourself. While you see here I'm actually holding the helmet with 1 hand and it is pretty weighty. Oh, they were pretty nice enough to include 2 additional screws and a screwdriver. On the sides of the helmet there are 2 screws already in place. So I had to remove these caps and unscrew them from the inside of the helmet, and then apply these side wings outside of the helmet to attach it correctly while screwing it in. Now the whole process of attaching these side wings were very simple, but a bit tedious and can take a little bit of time. Well, here how it looks like while I'm wearing it. Now you can definitely put it on and walk around with it. It sits comfortably on my head and does not wobble. The side wings, by the way, they do not wobble either. Now let's check out how it looks like while it's on the stand. It's quite majestic, isn't it? And of course, last thing, let's see side by side of the statue and the helmet together. They really do look quite menacing. Okay, now my final thoughts. I will be quite honest. I think this helmet is a little bit too much. I think the statue is fantastic, everything that it has. My opinion that to be purchasing this premium collector's edition, I don't think it's worth it. That is though in my case, because I don't actually have these sorts of helmets lying around, so I could put it beautifully around my, my shelf or something. But it's a different situation for me to have a statue. But the helmet, well, that's a different story. I don't have anything as such of a helmet. So it would be quite weird and out of place for me to leave a helmet on a shelf. Is it worth it? That's the big question. And I don't really think you may even get an opportunity of purchasing one of these for yourself unless you get lucky and maybe somebody else will be selling them. But if you have these collections within your shelves or whatever you like to put them, then yes, absolutely. This is actually a high quality item. You have to bear in mind though, you can't just simply walk around downtown to scare people off with the helmet that you're wearing. But still, if you want to actually put it on a shelf and has a majestic look to it, it definitely has that value. As you can see by the video itself, everything looks very high quality. And I personally think that if you're a collector, then yes, it is worth it. But if you're one of those people that simply like to support the developer, so perhaps you want to have something like a memory of Elden Ring, just get the collector's edition. But premium edition, I think it's for the folks that have more money, or maybe that they're a lot more of a collectors themselves. But either way, I'm still happy with this purchase. I know for a fact that I'm gonna have a hell of a time with Elden Ring, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it as quickly as possible as soon as I'm done editing this video. Alright, like and subscribe guys, see you guys all later, and have a wonderful day.